Redditch United and Coventry United. And for Coventry tonight is number 1, Reece Francis. Number 2, Harry Sawyer. Number 3, Stuller. Number 4, Liam Carnes.
So they just said Stuller.
Number 6, Number 7, Joe Blow.
Not the Brian.
Number 8, Thomas Kane. Number 9, Joe Hilton. Number 10, Kyle Carey. And number 11, Jack Bowden. And Redditch United today is number 1, Kieran Boucher. Number 2, Lewis Farmer. Number 3, Lewis Hudson.
The Birmingham Senior Cup brings the red and greens to Redditch and also sees the dawn of a new era at Coventry United. They say anything can happen in the Cup. Can United conquer step 3 opposition tonight to reach the next round? Find out here on CUTV with Liam Cook. The Red and Greens welcome a new management team of Russell Dodds and Darren Acton this evening, but changes to the team are limited to just 2. Kevin Ayers is cup-tied, so receives a well-earned rest, with Jack Bowden drafted into the attack. And Kosi Muzingwana replaces the injured Charlie Faulkner, with Kane Thomas moving into the midfield. First-team coach Ivor Lawton lines up on the bench. Redditch United name a strong lineup for tonight's match. Former Red and Greens left-back Lewis Hudson, an instantly recognisable name in the back line. Kieran Boucher starting goal for Farmer, Cox and Wallacott join Hudson at the back. Sky Blues loanee Luke Rowe starts in midfield with Cameron, Digi and... what's his name? And Ferran lining up front. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the Trico Stadium, home of Redditch United in the Birmingham Senior Cup. Coventry United of Step 5 taking on Redditch United of Step 3. Well, United weren't exactly the favourites heading into the last match in the Birmingham Senior Cup against Wolverhampton Wanderers, but they got the job done. Can they do the same tonight? Coventry United kicking from right to left in their chain strip of all green, Redditch in all red. So the team sheets are as follows for Coventry United: Reece Francis, Harry Sawyer, Nkosi Muzingwana, Liam Cairns, Tyler Donaldson, Dom Perkins, Joe Blowers, Kane Thomas, Jarrell Hilton, Kyle Carey and Jack Bowden. On the bench, Ivor Lawton, Joe Cairns, Brian and Love and Chris Roscoe. And starting for Redditch United, Kieran Boucher, Lewis Farmer, Lewis Hudson, of course former Coventry United man, Kieran Day, Luke Cox, Ryan Wallacott, Luke Rowe, Ben Sonogo, Alex Cameron, Dennis DG and Jade Ferran. And on the bench for Redditch, Daniel Sweeney, Tiago Nasankolo, George Rowe, Josh Clues and Daniel Jurovic. Here we are immediately into the action, and Redditch already clean through on goal and strike early at the Trico Stadium. It didn't take long for Jade Ferran to hit the back of the net. A couple of minutes, no more than that. Clinical hit into the top corner by Ferran. Hopefully not a sign of things to come, but Redditch flying out of the blocks. Redditch United 1, Coventry United 0. Not what the new management team of Russell Dodds and Darren Acton wanted to see on their first game in charge of Coventry United. Started from the back after a lovely goal kick from Kieran Boucher, setting up Redditch perfectly for the opening goal of the game. And a misty evening in Redditch. And a free kick as Bowden brought down on the right-hand side. Little push in the back on the right side of the box. Perfect opportunity for the Red and Greens to hit back straight away. Blowers standing over it. He had a hand in the disallowed goal from Saturday, which would have led the Red and Greens to victory. Bowden pushed further upfield. As Bowden prepares, can Coventry United earn an immediate reprieve just a minute after Redditch took the lead through Jade Ferron. The Red and Greens ready. In the penalty area, plenty of movement in there. Who can Blowers find? It's gone all the way through and out on this near side for a Redditch United throw. Well, tonight, really a free hit for Coventry United. The Birmingham Senior Cup not exactly high on the priorities for Coventry United this season. They earned a very impressive victory over Wolverhampton Wanderers in the last round. And a foul throw given against Redditch. Cairns crowded out by Kieran Day. And shepherded out by Jarrell Hilton. Great stuff on show by the United number 9. Playing a lot further upfield than he did on Saturday. Muzinguana. Now with Liam Cairns. Bowden. Cairns. Coventry not giving up on this one. Here's Bowden. Lobs it right. Sawyer will give chase against his old teammate Lewis Hudson. Hudson's got the better of him. And that's going to be a goal kick for Redditch United. Coming up to 5 minutes in here at the Trico Stadium. Redditch United 1, Coventry United 0. One of the best things of Tyler Haddow to do with injured foot, jumped straight over the barricade into the technical area. United substitutes still making their way to the dugout, and already the Red and Greens behind through Jade Ferron's early goal for the home side. Hudson with ball in the hand, a very familiar face to the Red and Greens, was at United for around 4 years. Signed from the Strachan Academy. Rather misty night here. It's the Trico Stadium. Difficult to tell the players apart on that far side of the field, but it's Luke Rowe tracking back for Redditch on loan from Coventry City, of course. Lobbed up by Wallacott. Only as far as Tyler Donaldson, his second consecutive start for the Red and Greens. His lofted ball towards Hilton is brought to feet by Luke Cox. It's United on possession and Bowden challenged on the left. Coventry United throw in. Sawyer. Blowers beaten mid-air, but Kane Thomas will bring it down, playing in defensive midfield tonight. Muzinguana looking to float it over the back line for Jarrell Hilton. Hilton was offside as it was headed up by Ryan Wallacott and safely back with Kieran Boucher. Away by Day. It was nodded on towards Ben Sanogo, but Coventry deal with it at the back. Francis with a new blue and black goalkeeping kit. Not quite as fancy as he usually likes. He prefers bright colours like neon, that sort of thing. But he's only going to make do tonight. He's going to have a job to do here as Coventry United blocking up the run of Alex Cameron on the edge of the box. Don Perkins like a brick wall blocking off the Redditch number 10. Appeals for a free kick. Referee said no, nothing wrong with a bit of physicality. Now Sawyer's ball along the flank diverted out. And Hilton is struggling. It looks like a problem to his knee. And this is the worst possible start for the Red and Greens. They're already behind by 1-0. And Hilton, who is playing, I think, down the centre Up that front three, along with Bowden and Carey, is struggling early on with what is apparently a knee injury. Well, if he can't continue, United's only real striking option on the bench would come from Bryan and Lobb, but it's unlikely to be able to play the full 90 minutes. So possibly Joe Cairns could come on. But Hilton, I think, is going to continue. As we said earlier, Liva Lawton ready to go. But Joe Cairns is ready to go. He's lined up on the touchline. Is Hilton going to be taken off here? Cairns is ready. And he is. It's a disappointing start for the Red and Greens as Jarrell Hilton can't continue. So Joe Cairns is going to come on. His second game back after suffering a separated shoulder in that victory against Wolverhampton Wanderers in the last round. And in fact, Cairns is not going to come on. He was stripped off and ready to go, but Hilton's still on the far touchline. I think. In fact, no, Dan White is now saying Hilton cannot continue. I think they're trying to give Hilton one last chance. But it appears that the former Stourbridge man is unable to play. So the right decision being made, especially with a big match coming up on Saturday against Westfield in the FA Vase second round. Coventry cannot take any risk when it comes to players. They've already got Kyle Carey banned for that game after a red card suffered at Opie last week. Joe Cairns is going to be coming on in place of Hilton. It's just been delayed. Hilton walking around the full length of the park back to the dugout. I assume he would have gone back to the changing rooms, but Hilton is going to walk back to the dugout. As Redditch immediately breaking down the right-hand side, crossed by Sanogo, brought to feet and launched away by Tyler Donaldson, proving himself at the back line for Coventry United. Muzzy Guana trying to get it away. Shielding from Sanogo. Great strength on show by Nkosi Muzingwana, but still Redditch have got it back and blazed over by Kieran Day, the number 4. United doing well to hold off Redditch for the most part. They able to get the effort away, but it wasn't anything that could challenge the United number 1. Reece Francis, who knows these parts well, having been a mainstay in the Bromsgrove team for many years. And the change is confirmed. Coventry United back to full strength. Jarrell Hilton replaced by Joe Cairns in just the 10th minute. So back underway at the Trico Stadium. United looking to bounce back. Lost in the midfield by Thomas. Here's Cameron. Blocked by Tyler Donaldson just as he pulled the trigger. Goal kick given. As the defender and striker battling in the corner for the ball. Final touch coming off. Now it's Cameron for Redditch. Don Perkins, the big number 6 for Coventry United, launches it up the field. Kyle Carey giving chase, cushions it down, trying to take it around the right back. Joe Cairns there to pick it up. But Kane Thomas blasts it off Joe Cairns, a little too powerful from the former Derby County youngster. And there has been a goal in the Olimpico de Serravalle. San Marino 0, England 1. Harry Maguire with a 6th-minute opener, scoring in consecutive games for England. Great stuff from Slabhead. And that's handball against Liam Cairns, flicking the ball up, palming it with his right hand. And that will obviously be a set piece for Redditch. It's at the feet of Lewis Farmer. Had Rowan support, but he's pushing further afield. Plays a 1-2 with Luke Rowe. It's back with Rowe, the Sky Blues low knee. Cans free the midfield. Rowe will give it a go. Sends it off the fencing behind the goal, but plenty of power behind that strike. Couple of feet underneath. And I'm pretty sure the goals would have been ripped out of their roots. Ball towards Carey at the back line. Headed as far as Kane Thomas. Cox. Battling the midfield. And one of the Redditch players has stayed down. I believe that's Dennis Digi. He's back on his feet now. Thankfully, no further injuries. We've already lost Jarrell Hilton for Coventry United. Looked like a knee injury, replaced by Joe Cairns. Remember to let us know if you're enjoying the coverage in the comment section. YouTube.com/Coventry United, the place for all of your men's coverage this season. Highlights of tonight's match will be available tomorrow. Acres of space down the right-hand side for Redditch. And Sonogo's cross diverted out by Nkosi Muzingwana, slicing it over the bar at the near post. So Redditch getting prepared on this near side, the right flank for the home side. Swung in and headed off the line by Nkosi Muzingwana. Dennis Digi headed it goal bound. But Muzingwana was less than willing to let the ball cross the line. Rowe with the cross from the second corner. Again, Muzingwana turning it away. The left back with a point to prove tonight, losing his place in the team to Jarrell Hilton lately. But that's Day marching towards the net, slips it in. Francis picks it up. And throws it out to Joe Blowers, the former Southend youngster. And Sonogo with a chance from the line. Free kick given in favour of Coventry United. 15 minutes gone at the Trico Stadium. Redditch United 1, Coventry United 0. An early goal in the 5th minute by the number 10, Alex Cameron. Carey making a run down the left-hand side. Blocked off by Ryan Wallacott and Coventry United with the throw. Level with the penalty area. Muzingwana finds Carey, back to Muzingwana, back to Carey, down line. It's a bone on the edge of the area, blocked up by Cairns. The Carey has got it back, floats it to Blowers, cushion the header to Jack Bowden. Blowers looking to take it over again, but Blowers maintains possession. Muzingwana looking for the back heel to Jack Bowden, it deflects out off Lewis Farmer. Here's Carey. Won't be available for the FA Vars match. Looking to make an impression here. Bowden takes it towards the penalty area. Day with a challenge, takes the ball. Upfield to Cameron. Floated high in the sky by Luke Rowe. Over Ferren, who got the opening goal here. DG. A real opportunity now for Redditch United, but a pass to the invisible man from the left-hand side by Lewis Hudson. Hudson having played against many of these players, good friends with Kyle Carey, United number 10. Perkins. And a slide challenge preventing the clearance by Ben Sonogo, but it's back with Perkins now. Sent back where it came from by Ryan Wallacott. Volleyed into relative safety by Donaldson. Back with Donaldson from Rowe, headed clear. DG looking to get to the seconds before Harry Sawyer, but Sawyer just puts his laces through that. Plenty of space now for Coventry United to reset. Here's Boucher. Closed down by Carey. Clears as far as Hudson. There's Hudson to Dennis DG. Ferren looking for a route in down the left-hand side. Overlapping run being made by Hudson, looking to set up a goal against his old side. But Liam Cairns brings it to feet in the area. Oh! Simply emphatic strike from range for Redditch United. It even burst the net. He had no right to shoot from there, but what a hit. 17 minutes in, Redditch United have extended their lead to 2-0. Even the exploits of Reece Francis could not keep that out. Well, Kieran Day has had his day today. So the score now stands at Redditch 2, Coventry 0. The Red and Greens won't let that setback hinder them. Of course, a big difference in level between these two sides. Coventry United at step 5 in the United Counties League Premier Division South, currently in 6th place in that league. Redditch slightly lower in their particular division at step 3. But at the moment they are dominating, and the slide in by DG couldn't quite turn that low ball across the penalty area home. It's going to come back in. Francis with the punch does just enough. DG's header smacks up the woodwork. My Reds have got a bit between their teeth now. Muzingwana. Wallacott cushions it down for Luke Rowe, and back with Boucher, who's not been troubled in the opening 19-20 minutes of this match. Cairns. Muzingwana turns it only as far as Lewis Farmer down the right flank for Redditch. Farmer floats it across everyone in that penalty area. Bowden will pick it up on the far side. Jack Bowden looking to duck his way past Hudson. Hudson gets the better of him. Ferren. Hudson. Shielded by Sawyer, his former teammate, but Hudson retrieves possession. Low drive into the box. Cameron lets it run, and diving down low, blocking with the legs, Reece Francis denying Ben Sonogo. It's been all Redditch so far. Carey. Looking for space in the midfield, rolls it left. Here's Blowers. He's been in tremendous form this extended run in the first team. Injuries have given him the opportunity, and he's taken it. Perkins. Carey the target, nodded away by Wallacott. Farmer. He's doing brilliantly at the moment. DG. Looking to send Sonogo on the run. Ben Sonogo onside, eggs of space on the right, draws it low for DG. I think it was Cameron who actually blocked his own player's shot. And curled away by Joe Cairns. Playing deeper than usual tonight. Cairns scored an own goal against Cogenhoe on Saturday on his return from injury. United want offside there. It's not going to happen. Day. Swing and a miss by Muzingwana. Didn't get contact on the ball, so Sonogo's run will be in vain. Coventry United throw level with their own box. "20 minutes gone at the Trico Stadium. Redditch United 2, Coventry United 0. The first game for new Coventry United management player Russell Dodds and Darren Acton, along with first team coach Ivor Lawton. Carey, did he take it over the line? No, he didn't. Farmer. Back with Wallacott. Here's Cox. Lobs it to the left-hand side. Ferren brings it down. Took it a bit close to Jack Bowden, but finds Hudson. Wallacott. Driven low by Rowe. Ferren. Back to Rowe. Day, who scored an absolute beauty for the second goal. Across the penalty area. And Sonogo will be frustrated with that finish. Francis scrambling across the penalty area, but Sonogo couldn't hit the mark. Next time we're on air here on CUTV, coming this Saturday, live at the Butts Park Arena against Westfields in the Build-Based FA Vars second round. A huge blockbuster match. Don't miss it. Just £7 for adults, £5 for concessions, £1 for under 16s. Be there if you can. If you can't, then we've got the coverage here on CUTV. It's after a goal kick, shepherded out by Tyler Donaldson, the young centre-back. Make sure to check out Tyler's interview from the Cogenhoe game, his first media appearance for Coventry United. And also you can check out at half-time the exclusive CUTV interview with Russell Dodds and Darren Acton. We'll be going off air at half-time, so make sure to check that out. A historic day for Coventry United, their third full-time manager. Cairns can't prevent it from reaching Rowe. Luke Cox, Hudson in space from the left-hand side, looking to take on Bowden. Returns to Cox, diverts away from Kyle Carey. Low ball to Sonogo, felt he was held from behind, may have had a case, but referee lets it go. Sawyer turns away from Ferren. Here's Reece Francis in his new blue and black goalkeeping kit. Coventry clear their lines, but don't get very far. Wallacott. Boucher, who pretty much could have put up a deck chair so far. United have really not troubled the Redditch number 1. Cox. Hudson. Can United finally put some pressure under the step-free side? Boucher across the back line with Ryan Wallacott, formerly of Starport Swifts. Cox under pressure. Up the right it goes. Wasn't Guana sticking his foot in, preventing the run of Sonogo. Doing very well there. Guana looking to make an impression. 25 minutes gone at the Trico Stadium. Redditch United 2, Coventry United 0. We are going off air at half-time. So make sure to get yourself a mug of something hot or a glass of something cold. We'll be back here for 8:45 for exclusive coverage of the second half. Cameron. Slide in by Donaldson. Crucial intervention to prevent the run of Ferren, who would have been clean through on goal. Stumble by Bowden. Loses out to Lewis Hudson, the former Red and Green's left back. Ferren touches it to Cameron. Crossing opportunity. And a diving header attempt for Ben Sonogo. Appeals from the Redditch management. Referee unmoved. Sonogo also looking to the man in black. Nothing doing, says the official. Time has really flown by on this misty evening in Redditch. Carey, an option behind it. Coventry have not enjoyed any sort of period of extended possession in this match. The level's really telling as Redditch put up a very strong lineup. Muzinguana. Cairns, deep in their own backyard. Perkins steps away from Cameron. Finds the United star man at the moment, Kyle Carey. Cairns wants it to feet. Carey trying to do it all alone on the left-hand side. Look at that. Great skill on shot to beat Wallacott. But it's Sonogo in from the side. DG. Muzinguana steps in, makes the block, and Liam Cairns high into the sky. Brought to feet by Ryan Wallacott. Cox is there. Back with Boucher. Striding away, Luke Cox. Day scored that emphatic second goal, which found its way not only into that, but through it. Ferren, Hudson. It's all done that left-hand side at the moment for Redditch. Ryan Wallacott. Rowe dropping deep. DG the target, cut out by Perkins. Blowers looking to chop it through for Kyle Carey and able to do so. Now it's with Farmer. Lewis Farmer looking for the cross. Blocked up by several green shirts. It's Day, maybe looking again, switches the play over to Hudson. Cut out by United's teenage sensation, Jack Bowden. What a run this is up the right-hand side, taking on Cox. Can Coventry get their first ever on goal in this match around 27 minutes into it? Here's Liam Cairns off the bench in place of Jarrell Hilton. Overlapping run being made by Nkosi Muzingwana. Crossing opportunity, plays it down the line with the captain, Liam Cairns. This is his cousin, Joe Cairns. Holds off the number 12 DG. There's crossfield pass to Harry Sawyer. Bounces in front of the United right back. And that will be a throw-in level with their own penalty area to Redditch United. And there's an injury on this near side for Ben Sanogo. United management giving their words of wisdom to the Coventry United side. Still a relatively new setup. Well, a brand new setup really for Coventry United. Alfred Lawson's only been in the United setup for 3 matches. Started with that dramatic late victory at Rothwell Corinthians a couple of weeks ago. Then there was the victory at Oadby midweek and the draw against Cogenhoe, where he actually took charge of first team affairs. Also, I've got to say a massive well done to United chairman Joe Haggerty, who actually took over as first team manager on an interim basis after Terry Anderson vacated the position. He failed to win only 1 of his matches in charge, and that being a 3-0 defeat at home to league leaders Hinckley LRFC, who have won every single match this season. Well, Sanogo is going to need a bit more attention. Whether he'll be able to continue or not, I'm not certain. Redditch are getting a sub ready. In fact, no, they are saying they are going to make a change here. Sanogo's day is done. Well, it certainly kicked off at the game between San Marino and England. It's now San Marino 0, England 3. Harry Maguire kicking things off in the 6th minute. In fact, no, 4-0 now. Harry Kane just got another one. So Maguire in the 6th minute. An own goal from Fabry. And now 2 goals in 4 minutes from Harry Kane. So San Marino 0, England 4. What a game it is there for England. Of course, hoping to wrap up progression to the World Cup tonight. Very little doubt about that they will get in there. And the change confirmed for Redditch United. Ben Sanogo replaced by Tiago Nasankolo. Half an hour played. 1 substitution each due to injuries. Hilton off for Coventry United. Sanogo off for Redditch. No real pressure being put on in the midfield by Coventry United. Donaldson lofts it into the midfield. Rowe couldn't control with the chest. Here's Kyle Carey, snatches it away from DG. Sawyer darting through the midfield. Harry Sawyer. Brilliant run from the right back. The space on the left for Nkosi Muzingwana. Sawyer wants it back. Sawyer gets it back. Can he get the ball in from the left? Covered up well by Wallacott. Muzingwana, first time ball. And a safe catch by Kieran Boucher. The first real action that he's been called into after half an hour of play at the Trico Stadium. Well, Redditch have been dominant. And at the moment they're down to 10 men as Nasankolo has been told that he can't enter the field just yet. They've got to check his boots, his shin pads, make sure that he's not bringing anything untoward on the field. But at the moment, Redditch are down to 10. Can Coventry take advantage? It's Liam Cairns rolling through the centre circle. Over to the right-hand side with Harry Sawyer. He's got Bowden up front. Challenged well by Ferrin, who got the goal scoring started. Lobbed away by Cox. And now the chase is on. Cameron looking to put Perkins under pressure. The big number 6 does very well and finds Reece Francis between the sticks. Donaldson. Kane Thomas. Switches the play towards Muzingwana, but stabbed into the ground by Lewis Farmer. Taken on the United captain, Liam Cairns. And a bit of a body check from Kane Thomas. Free kick to Redditch as Nathan Kolo finally gets permission to enter the field.
Substitution for Redditch United in the 32nd minute. Going off as number 8, Ben Sinogo, to be replaced by number 11, Tiago.
So the free kick, about 15 yards into Redditch territory. It's going to be taken by Luke Rowe on loan from Coventry City. A sea of red and green on the far side of the box. Can Redditch give themselves even more breathing room here? It's played short to Tiago Nasinkolo. Lunge in by Blowers, and a challenge from Joe Kent. Still can't take Nasinkolo off his feet. What a run! It eventually blocked off by Dom Perkins at the near post, preventing a sensational solo goal for Nasinkolo. Handball claims against Day. He says yes, it's flicked onto the arm by Joe Blowers. Muzingwan looking to take a short one. In fact, he's going to leave it now for Reece Francis, the Coventry United number 1. Again, very familiar with this part of the country, having played at Bromsgrove for a large portion of his career. Former Birmingham City youngster too. Been at Coventry United for just over a year now. Just over 2 years, I should say. Striding away from the back line, Tyler Donaldson. Sawyer has to track back. Under pressure from DG and hands it on a silver platter for Cameron. Smashes it past the far post. It could have been oh so worse for Coventry United. They've got to be sharper in those circumstances. Want to say a big hello to Lee and Sonia Williams, who are tuned in, as well as Cole Bosworth. Carey. Here's Bowden. Can United finally start to show their teeth? No, they can't. Running straight into a red wall in front of the penalty area, but collected by a combination of Joe Cairns and big Dom Perkins at the back. Donaldson looking for Carey. Not up by Farman, but still in danger. Wallacott does enough. And a free kick given to Coventry United there as Cameron was caught in the face but dragged down Dom Perkins in the process. Jeff Cruz also tuned in. Remember to let us know you're enjoying the coverage here on CUTV. Hit the subscribe button and the notification bell to be notified of when we go live on air here on CUTV. Again, the next time the broadcasting commentary comes on Saturday in the Bill-based FA VAR second round against Westfields. If you can't be in person at the Butts Park Green, just £7 for tickets, and you can catch the action here on CUTV. Perkins. In the penalty area is Joe Blowers. Gives away the free kick. Tangle of legs. Riv. Brian Wallacott. Boucher sends it down the right. Perkins leaps like a salmon, and in fact taking a touch on the way through off Alex Cameron. According to the referee, it looked to me as if Perkins had sent it through all on his own, but so the referee knows best. Won't complain about that. Carey. Joe Cairns floated up the left flank, not away by Wallacott, brought to feet by Carey. Still United can't find a route through. Here's Alex Cameron back here towards Nasinkolo, but blocked off and back with Francis in the Coventry United penalty area. Donaldson unchallenged at the back. Sawyer returns to the local lad, Tyler Donaldson. Francis holding play into the centre circle, flicked up onto the head of DG. Kane Thomas intercepts, and now Carey looking to show what he's made of. Goes down to the challenge of Lewis Farmer. Referee says it's fair game. Cameron's header up. Donaldson turns it back to Francis, just gets the right amount of power on it. Francis leaping up his cocks, beating Blowers in the air. Blowers once again loses that aerial duel, this time with Luke Rowe, but Coventry will continue along the right-hand side. Here's Joe Cairns, shielded from the ball by his old friend Lewis Hudson. Hudson has done very well in his time at Redditch, joined the club late last season. Of course, another campaign curtailed by coronavirus. Nasankolo dancing his way through the United back line. Chips it into Cameron. And out comes Francis to claim the loose ball. Strong header away by Luke Cox. Nasankolo. Rowe. Firmly in control at the moment, don't have to take any silly risks. Day. Hudson. Back to Day. Certainly had his moment in this game with an emphatic goal. Scored early on, making it 2-0 for Edge. Ever since then, they haven't looked in any danger of losing this match. Ryan Wallacott. Crossfield ball to Ferron, who got the goal scoring started, but he's intercepted by Jack Bowden, who really looks like a talent for Coventry United, signed from the under-18s earlier in the season, making his debut against Biggleswade. Donaldson quickly closed down, and Day momentarily brought it away from Kane Thomas, but the central defensive midfielder able to bring it back, and Liam Cairns not with the ball. He would have hoped to deliver over the back line, safely back with the number one Kieran Boucher. So it's still 4-0 in San Marino for England. Harry Kane with 2 and own goal, as well as early strike from Harry Maguire. So England very much on course for World Cup qualification. The European champions Portugal are only in the playoffs after a last-minute goal from Serbia last night. Farmer. It slits into the area for Ferron. I think he's left his shooting boots in the changing rooms. Hit far too central. In fact, now we can tell you that England have scored a 5th goal. And in fact, no, they've scored a 6th goal now. And both of them have come from Harry Kane. Harry Kane has scored 4 goals in 42 minutes for England. Sensational stuff from the Spurs striker as Boucher called off his line. Can Carey reach the loose ball? No, he can't. Blocked up by Wallacott. Carey gets the seconds. Shielded by Wallacott. The first hairy moment that Redditch had to deal with in this first half. And they dealt with it well. Cairns slides in on Nasankolo. Blowers loses possession to Cox. United starting to wake up now with 5 minutes to go until the break. Redditch United 2, Coventry United 0. The current score here on Coventry United TV with Liam Cook. Here's Ferron, score of the opening goal after just 2 minutes. DG. Luke Rowe, the Sky Blues loanee. Charged down by Blowers. I think as far as Day. Now Cox. And it's pushing everyone forward, putting maximum pressure on the red and greens. Hudson. Left it over to the right-hand side. Good control by Farmer. DG dropping teeth after that earlier substitution, taking Sanogo off the field. Cox. Darts through the centre. Hudson. Just bounces across Farmer. That switches the play. Unfortunate for the number 2. And we are going off air at half time for around 10 minutes. So Make sure to stay on the stream and be ready for the second half. I'm just be muting the microphone for 10 minutes. We've got about 3 minutes of normal time to go. There have been a few stoppages with Jarrell Hilton and Ben Snogo being taken off. They've run down the left-hand side from Hudson Gattel by a sliding Tyler Donaldson. Donaldson never played with Lewis Hudson, but being a Coventry player, he knows exactly what he's about. Ferren. Back to Hudson, the Red and Greens alumni. Farmer calls right on the right, plays short to DG. Hudson. Flicks it up. Ferren receives from Day. Ferren. Kept in by Harry Sawyer, was it? No, deflected out off the United man. He couldn't keep it within the confines of play. And Redditch will have another set-piece opportunity before the interim. Of course, one of the larger Coventry United players who could help deal with this sort of scenario, Coventry United, is cup-tied, having played for Romulus earlier in the competition. The biggest presence in that box being Dom Perkins. What can he do to prevent Redditch from making it free? Not a lot as Cox looking to turn it home. It was off the post. There's another crack at it, but blocked up by Donaldson and cleared. And there's Joe Cairns snatching possession. Lunges in, but has been caught on the ankle. And the referee is going to call a halt. Cairns in obvious need of attention. And Cairns was the substitute brought on in place of Jarrell Hilton early on. Well, and love going to warm up. Of course, being in the Birmingham Senior Cup, United can make as many changes as they like within the permits of the substitution limits on the team sheet. So, of course, they've already made one change with Joe Cairns coming on. The other substitutions possible being Ivor Lawton, Brian and Love, and goalkeeper Chris Roscoe. The old deep heat spray being used on the lower leg, shin area of Joe Cairns. Of course, it's just back from a separated shoulder. Suffered in the first round of the competition against Wolverhampton Wanderers. I think Cairns is going to be okay. Yeah, he gives the nod to Darren Acton, the assistant manager, saying, yeah, I'm okay, I can keep going. So there'll be a drop ball, no foul given. And we are officially into added minutes here at the Trico Stadium. Redditch 2, Coventry 0, the current score. Port control on that far side by Ferren. Rolls off his boot out for a throw for Coventry United. Bowden, Blowers touches it past his man. Stumbling to the ball and getting the free kick was Liam Day. So Kieran Day, I should say. Boucher is going to take it. Boucher setting his sights on that penalty area. Who can he find? There it goes, off the boot of the Redditch number 1. Relatively troubled in this match so far. Ferren gets up for it. Bounces harmlessly into the hands of Rhys Francis. Bowden, the under-18s midfielder. I was looking to return to him, but it was unsuccessful. Day. Ferren keeps the attack rolling. He's got Cameron and Nasacolo in the box. Bowden, good pressure. Allowing Donaldson to retrieve it. But poor passing in the midfield. Liam Cairns catching Cameron on the foot. I don't think there was any malicious intent in there, but it obviously is going to be a free kick. So led score in the game between San Marino and England, still 6-0 to England. 4 goals scored by Harry Kane. Taking Ian Wright's record of the last player to score 4 in an England game. held since the 1990s, which I believe Righty was sweating about on the ITV on Friday. Free kick for Redditch, probably the last bits of attacking play we'll see in this first half. Will it be an emphatic way to end proceedings? Deflected through from Luke Rowe, and easy pickings for Reece Francis, the man they call Superman at Coventry United. And that is indeed the final piece of attacking play we see here on CUTV in the first half. Half-time score, Redditch United 0. Sorry, Redditch United 2, Coventry United 0. I wish it was Redditch United 0, Coventry United 2, but it is Redditch leading by 2-0 through Ferron and Day. Coventry obviously losing Joe Hilton early on due to injury. And Ben Sanogo replaced by Redditch as well. We're going to take a short break here on CUTV. We'll be back around 8:45 for exclusive coverage of the second half. DG Kent. Picked up by Rowe. Receiving it, Ryan Wallacott. Farmer. It's launched away by Bloucher, the Redditch number 1. Coventry with possession safely back in their own half. Here's Reece Francis in his new blue goalkeeping kit. Not exactly the flamboyant colours that he usually likes to wear. Hasn't quite worked out for Shaka tonight. There was a trip on the far side of the field on Joe Blowers. And the Coventry United free kick is awarded against Dennis DG. Short by Liam Cairns. Perkins and Blowers challenged from behind by Day, and it's Redditch on the march. Nassim Carlo can swiping across at the expense of a throw-in. Down low from the penalty area. Tiago Nassim Carlo looking for the ball in. His dancing feet have caused United problems already tonight. Could they again? Doesn't beat Don Perkins at the back. Out as far as DG, and a looping effort by Day. Bouncing wide of the far post. He's already tried his luck from range once before tonight. It certainly paid dividends, but tonight it wasn't to be. Hudson doing well to knob the ball into touch and caught by his old teammate Aaron Williams, the Coventry United club captain, of course injured. He'll be out for another few weeks, we're hearing, but he is training. Hudson with ball in hand just in front of the United technical area, now housing Ivor Lawton and Darren Acton, with manager Russell Dodds watching from the sidelines. So we're going to need another ball here, as it was immediately out for another Redditch throw. Hudson asking for another ball. DG runs into Sawyer along the left flank, cleared as far as Rowe, foot in by Cairns, finds Kyle Carey. Back with Tyler Donaldson and Coventry United now looking to just calm things down at the back. They had a bit of a flat first half. Just need to try and bring some energy into this match. It may be a nothing game with a big one coming on Saturday against Westfield, but they don't want to limp to defeat. No doubt for a throw for Coventry United into Redditch territory, but Carey, I should say, loses out. Ball intercepted. Sawyer shrugs off Ferron. Going to backheel it through. Who got a final touch on that? It was Kane Thomas. Hudson's throw. Hudson, the Redditch captain tonight. Ferron into the danger zone. Jade Ferron. Little push from behind by Don Perkins, but nothing worthy of a penalty. And it's into touch with a goal kick. Perkins, the former Walsall Wood centre-back. Back where it came from. Thomas. Nasinkano brings it back and a slide in by Nkosi Muzingwana. All the way back now with Boucher. Offside flag raised against Jade Ferren. Coventry United with the free kick in their own backyard. Donaldson. Here's Don Perkins. Nasinkano with the interception, but tracking back Kyle Carey. Of course, Carey not available for the match against Westfields on Saturday due to a red card received for an apparent headbutt in the G&G Oadby match last week. United went on to win 4-2 despite being down to 10 men for more than half of the match. DG's interception. Leaps over Nkosi Muzingwana. What a run this is by DG! It wasn't matched by the shot. May have been all right in a rugby match, but wrong shaped ball. Played short to Tyler Donaldson. Cairns. And it just rolls off the boot of Harry Sawyer. Disappointing for the United wing-back. Well, playing a full-back tonight. Different formation for Coventry United. They had 5 at the back on Saturday. Just 4 today. But the Red and Green's playing well. That's an established striker. Kervin Ellis out. As he's cup-tied. Playing for Romulus in this competition earlier in the season before returning to Coventry United. No Charlie Faulkner either, suffering an injury to his ankle in the game at Cogenhoe. Upwards of 6 players missing from the United team. Still the likes of Nat Kelly and Aaron Williams out. Joe Smith also unavailable tonight. It's a bit of a bare bones team for Coventry United, but they're doing their best. Again, this match isn't really the end goal for the Red and Greens. They want to push on in the league, push on in the Vars. The Birmingham Senior Cup is just a bit of a chance for glory. It's offside flag raised against Jack Bowden as he was clear through on Boucher. There's a real bit of attacking intent that we've seen from Coventry United in the second half, but the flag was well up in time. An update on the England game, still 6-0, but looking at the stats, it's the first time that England have scored 6 in a first half. I think it was 1946 the last time England did it. They won 8-2 that game. And Kane, the first player since Ian Wright in 1993 to score 4 goals in an England game. Carries ball, looking for Don Perkins, flicked off the head of Cameron. But back with Francis, the United number 1. In fairness to Francis, there was little he could do about either of the goals. And the second one was an absolute stunner from Day. Thomas. Here's Sawyer, casing on this near side. Taking on Ferren. Kyle Carey takes it into space. Tyler Donaldson skips away from Cameron. Cameron in for the seconds though, and Rowe takes it away. Here's DG. Day. Now Tiago Nasinkolo. Down line with Farmer. Back to Day. Returns to Farmer. Nasinkolo, the substitute. Luke Rowe on loan from Coventry City. Good strength on show by Carey, just swatting away his opposition, but it switches the play over to Lewis Hudson. Feels weird commentating on Lewis Hudson being the opposition player. Rowe. Tiago Nasinkolo. Muzingwana slides in. Cairns in two, but Nasankolo continues. Slide in by Don Perkins, looking to spin off the ball. And Coventry able to clear. The danger not over towards the number 14 again, Ferron. Coventry still able to hold Redditch off. Another lofted ball by Liam Cairns. Blowers looking to send Carey on his way. It's behind Kyle Carey. Back with the goalkeeper Bloucher. Hasty clearance as Carey closes him down. And finally Jade Ferron on this near side. Here's Hudson. Redditch finally starting to experience some pressure as Donaldson sends it out off Cameron. Cameron a little bemused there. Feels it. He hadn't got a touch on it. Blowers, sandwiched between the two Redditch players, appeals of a foul by Kane Thomas. Referee said no real appeals from the former Southend youngster. Hudson. Again, Coventry appealing for a foul as it's headed on by Cameron. Ferron. Mozingwana launched it away. Thomas. Hudson does well. And sent into touch by Luke Rowe. Bowden to Sawyer. By Sawyer as it was charged down by Hudson, but again it's a Redditch ball. Frustrating match for Coventry United. We've had 56 minutes of play in this Birmingham Senior Cup match. It remains at 2-0. United looking more true to themselves after the break, but Redditch still very much unchallenged. Liam Cairns striding away from the back line. Sawyer. Can he match the run of Joe Blowers? Boucher makes sure it rolls into touch. Oh, no signs of any further changes for either side. As this is the Birmingham Senior Cup, both teams can make as many changes as they like within the confines of the named substitutes. Redditch still have Daniel Sweeney, George Rowe, Josh Clues and Daniel Jurovic to call upon. And for Coventry United, they can still bring in Ivor Lawton, Brian Love and Chris Roscoe. The kick from Boucher, not into touch by Hudson. Perkins. Cairns playing in a defensive midfield role at the moment, very unusual for the United number 14. Blowers, going to dink it into the box for Carey. Turned away as far as Nkosi Muzingwana. United veteran, returned to the club last month. Joe Cairns looking for Blowers. Farmer did enough to hold him back. And Farmer finishes the job onto the head of Tyler Donaldson in the centre circle. Now Kane Thomas, brother of Connor Thomas, the former Sky Blues man. But Thomas beaten to it by DG. Here's Hudson, Ferron, DG again. Can Redditch calm things down and maintain possession. Nasankolo. Setting himself with a strike. Nasankolo smacks off the place where the sun doesn't shine for Tom Perkins. Blowers. Coventry got the free kick there. And Alex Cameron virtually falling on Don Perkins. I'm not sure he's going to have any complaints about that. Cairns the target, beaten mid-air by his ex-teammate Lewis Hudson. Kane Thomas returns to Cairns, but again Hudson is there. Ferron wraps his leg around Cairns and concedes the throw. And another goal of the England game, Emil Smith-Rowe making it San Marino 0, England 7. As Perkins barges in shoulder first on Alex Cameron just into Redditch territory. That's going to be a Redditch free kick. No further punishment from the ref, and Boucher has... I don't know if he's gone down injured or he's just taken a rest. He sat down on the edge of his box. Well, the substitute goalkeeper for Redditch United, George Rowe, has gone for a warm-up. I honestly don't know how Boucher would have got himself injured. It's not as if he's had an awful lot to do in this match, but... Of course, being stationary for a while makes you a little bit stiff, so... Maybe he's pulled something that's... Be an opportunity for George Rowe to come on from the bench. Highlights of tonight's match will be available tomorrow afternoon here on Coventry United TV. We'll also be talking to the Red and Green's new manager, Russell Dodds, after the game, as well as a member of the Coventry United squad. Boucher helped back to his feet by the Redditch physio, saying that he's okay to continue. Carl Carey receiving some instructions from Darren Acton, the new United assistant manager. Russell Dodds watching from the stands, wanting to get a better picture of his team for a better vantage point. So it's Acton and Ivan Lawton in charge tonight, really. Crossfield ball to Tiago Nusankolo. Shoved into touch by Nkosi Muzingwana. Busy period coming up for Coventry United. The title at the moment looks unlikely, but still very much an opportunity to finish in second and qualify for the playoffs in the United Counties League Premier Division South. Of course, it's the top two that qualify for promotion, but the second place team had to go for a playoff system. Boucher receives the ball all the way back from the Redditch front line. Hudson outleaps Sawyer, and a slide in by Donaldson prevents the run of Cameron. Reese Francis can only find Tiago Nasinkolo. Here's Day, we know he can hit them. Return to Nasinkolo, the substitute shrugs off Muzingwana. Still going Tiago Nasinkolo, but it's Joe Blowers with the challenge to prevent any further progress from the home side. Less than half an hour to go. Redditch with a comfortable lead at the moment. Bit of breathing room. Coventry have not really had a shot on target yet. Again, Redditch make this score an even more comfortable. Here's Farmer. Day down in the edge of the area. Lewis Farmer holding up play well. Here's Rowe. And Cameron striking it straight into the terrace. Not for the want of trying. And there is going to be a substitution for Redditch United. It's Daniel Sweeney getting ready. You'd think it'll be a like-for-like change up front. No indication who it's going to be. It's the substitution going to take place now. Well, I think they're going to leave it for a moment. In fact, no, it is going to take place now, and it is Alex Cameron leaving the field. Straight swap up front. Sweeney with the number 9 on his back. Takes the place of Alex Cameron. And what we believe will be a straight swap up top. Completed as Sweeney replaces Cameron. Reese Francis with the ball at his feet. Away by Francis and bounces straight into touch in front of the Redditch technical area. And it goes nodded up by DG. Ferrin. To the feet of Sawyer. Donaldson clears his lines. Blowers snatches the ball away from Cox, but Wallacott finishes the job. Ferren racing up the left. It's Farron shoulder to shoulder with Donaldson, and Perkins takes it out. Racing across the Redditch number 14. And it will be a corner kick on the left-hand side. Perkins taking a while to get back to his feet. Taking one for the team there, Don Perkins. He stayed down. And perhaps Dan White, the physio of Coventry United, may be needed. In terms of defensive changes for the Red and Greens, looking at the bench, the more likely solution would be to bring on Brian and Love and push Kane Thomas back into defence, but he's okay, he doesn't need any further treatment. No further goals at the moment for for Redditch. One is straight out. Farmer intercepts. Rowe. Good shielding in the midfield by DG. Strength from Kane Thomas, but the passing wasn't there to match. Lewis Hudson, the Redditch captain for the evening. Ferren. Now Rowe. Farmer. Redditch not giving up on this lead. Want to extend it as much as they can. Farmer's ball, too long. And that is going to be a Coventry United goal kick. Next time we're on air here in CUTV, this coming Saturday, live coverage of the Beale-based Alpha FA Vars second round. Between Coventry United and Westfield, who've already met once this season in the FA Cup. United victorious that day, but different circumstances, different players, different manager. No, really a clean slate between these two sides. We'll see what happens on Saturday. Make sure to join us live on CUTV from 5 to 3 at the Butts Park Arena. Coventry United throw in on the edge of their own penalty area. Sawyer over the head of DG finds Kane Thomas, and a push in the back. A bit of a soft free kick, it must be said, but a free kick nonetheless. We're halfway through the second half here on CUTV, 22.5 minutes to go. Coventry a lot better in this second half, but still don't look particularly like challenging Redditch for the win. Donaldson to Cairns. Sawyer. Down line to Tyler Donaldson. Perkins calling for it, goes central with Blowers. Donaldson straight back to Francis and return to the young centre-back, Tyler Donaldson. Blowers with a bit of time and space to utilise. Lays it across to Cairns. Joe Cairns of Coventry United. Finds his cousin, Liam Cairns, the Coventry skipper. Thomas. Bowden. Wasn't going to the Tiger on that left-hand side. Tiago Nasankolo tracking back to collect. And again, Nasankolo bringing it away from Muzingwana. And a hefty collision for Nasankolo. Hitting the sizable presence of Dom Perkins. Well, as you say, if Dom got hit by a bus, he'd do more damage to the bus. I don't think there's going to be a yellow card here. Just a word of warning from the official. And the speed of Nasankolo made it all the worse. Boucher, the goalkeeper, with the free kick. It's a yard into Coventry territory. Sweeney. DG. Striking opportunity perhaps for Farmer. He plays it safe and goes right with Nasankolo. Leaves Muzingwana for dust. And diverted towards, and I think that was DG with a rather tame effort. Francis will save those all day. Francis looking for the run of Harry Sawyer on the right. He's got Bowden in there too. Cox does what's necessary. Hudson looking to shield it out. In fact, curls it out for a throw instead. Obviously, we all know what Lewis Hudson is about. Blowers. Liam Cairns. Here's Bowden. Joe Cairns to Liam Cairns. Bowden. Patient play from Coventry United with Redditch holding them back at this stage. Sawyer. Routine, a striker goal by Joe Cairns. The first time really that Coventry United have pressured the Redditch goal in a good 20 minutes. And Boucher watched it roll past his goal. Remember to hit the like button if you are enjoying today's coverage here on Coventry United TV. Subscribe for more exclusive content for the Red and Greens, interviews, highlights, live streams, commentary, and everything in between. There's been a red card at the game between England and San Marino. Rossi has been sent off for the home side, so even easier now for England. And offside against Jade Ferron. Coventry look to start immediately with Kane Thomas, with Ferron back in position, so no real advantage for Coventry. Donaldson, Carey dropping deep. Back with Francis, a former Bromsgrove Sporting goalkeeper, I should say, easy for me to say. Well, Francis came to the attention of Coventry United by winning that penalty shootout against Bromsgrove in the FA Vars a few years ago. Muzingwana, and Boucher had to be sure. Palming it away from his net as it was ducking under the crossbar. Would have been one of the more sensational goals of Nkosi Muzingwana's career. So the corner from the left wing. Kyle Carey takes responsibilities. Easy punch for Boucher. Blowers leaves it for Carey. Across to Joe Cairns, he can hit them. Nodded away by the defender, and a little rub of the head from the Redditch man. Carey doesn't hit tame shots. Francis. They can just stayed up there. Blowers charging down the intended clearance from Wallacott. Muzingwana fires it over. The left back wanting the glory for himself, and we are going to need another match ball. Darren Acton giving his orders on the touchline, along with Ivor Lawton, who was on the bench, but I think it's unlikely we'll see him on the pitch tonight. And Kane Thomas giving his side some encouragement as well. Former Derby County utility man, can play at centre-back or midfield. And Muzingwana suddenly get back towards his own goal. Francis leaps and brings it down to earth. Francis. Towering header by Wallacott. Sweeney's not really giving it everything he's got, letting it roll back to Francis. And Donaldson closed down by Ferron. Thomas holds off DG. And away as far as Nasinkolo around the centre circle area. Rowe. Here's Hudson, the former Coventry man. Away by Cox. Sweeney will chase into the corner. Sweeney lays it off. DG. And Joe Cairns with the interception. Now here's Liam Cairns. Harry Sawyer. Carey on the right. Kane Thomas. Perkins calling for it behind. Joe Cairns will find him. Second half probably being used as a bit of a training period for Coventry United as Joe Cairns now strides towards the net and a great slide challenge from Liam Day. Sweeney chases the long ball to the left. Can the substitute make an impact? Sweeney flashes across Thiago. "15 minutes to go here on Coventry United TV. Redditch United 2, Coventry United 0, the current score. Tyler Donaldson needs some assistance. Dan White called onto the field. And again, if Donaldson unable to continue, the logical option would be push either Kane Thomas or Liam Cairns into the back line and potentially bring on Brian and Love. And Love, I think he's getting ready. Lawton has actually got his kit on underneath his Coventry United tracksuit, so he's ready to go if he needs to be. Well, it's looking that we've got a 3G pitch tonight as the rain hasn't exactly been heavy, but has been consistent. I would like to say a massive thank you to everyone at Redditch for the hospitality this evening. Very well appreciated. As Donaldson, with a bit of the old magic spray, should be okay to continue. And there have been a few more goals since our last check at the San Marino game. San Marino 0, England 10. I can't remember the last time England hit double figures. So the last 3 goals have been scored by Tyrone Mings, Tammy Abraham and Bukayo Saka. So you heard it right, San Marino 0, England 10. When you think about it, it's world-class players against semi-professionals, but it's still a pretty good scoreline for England. Remember the last time England played San Marino, put a 5-run Wayne Rooney to score a hat-trick. He scored 3 goals, but the third one was classed as an own goal after a deflection. And Sweeney failing to hit the target at the near post. Away by Francis. Hudson's header. Defeat for Theron, but a poor pass. And as Blowers onto it, clears as far as Joe Cairns. At last, Boucher called into action to deny a Coventry United shot on goal. Joe Cairns giving it the best that he could, sticking his laces through the ball. But Boucher equal to it. Away by Boucher. Donaldson's header straight into touch. Bounce into the last 10 minutes here on CUTV. Remember to check out the highlights of tonight's game tomorrow afternoon here on the Coventry United TV YouTube channel, youtube.com/Coventry United Place One. All of your men's footage this season. And there's going to be a substitution here. Yes, there is. Brian and Love is going to come on for Coventry United. the Red and Greens legend, who is a star of the early days of Coventry United. Returning to the club in recent weeks, and it is, as we thought, Tyler Donaldson taking off. So we should see either Liam Cairns or Kane Thomas slotting in at centre-back. In fact, no, it's going to be Love, and Love's going to go at centre-back. Well, we have seen that before in the game against Wolves, actually, and Love did slot in at the back. He is normally a striker, but when called upon, he can use his considerable size and presence at the back. And that's what's being called upon today. Brandon Love's at centre-back for Coventry United. Just like the Wolves victory, it's probably not going to end the same way for the Red and Greens. As Love immediately gets involved and heads it out for a corner after the cross by Thiago Nasinkolo. Well, the stadium manager didn't quite get the name right. Of course, Brian Love, the brother of Peter and Love, the former Sky Blues man. Oh, and a header over the woodwork by Wolokoff. Nine minutes to go. United try and find a way back into this match. Joe Cairns and Sawyer lets the ball get away from him. Hudson enjoying his run out against his old team. Throws it up line. Sawyer wins the ball mid-air. Coventry able to retrieve possession in the midfield. Blowers. Hudson traps back and curls it away from Jack Bowden. Come to let us know who you think should receive our CUTV Man of the Match award. Of course, the manager's Man of the Match award and the CUTV Man of the Match award will be announced tomorrow morning. Sawyer. Ferren charges in. Sweeney will give chase, and that's clearly offside against the Redditch number 9. Taken short by Thomas. He sees it back from Kyle Carey. Bowden in with a challenge on DG, loses out. And again, United asking for offside against Sweeney. This time the flag stays down, and then Love has given away the corner but prevents the cross from Sweeney. Luke Rowe, the Coventry City midfielder on loan at Redditch this season, sets his sights on the penalty area. Rather deep. Header away by Bowden. But kept alive. Redditch looking for goal number 3 to make it safe, and Love blocks the cross with his head from Day. And that's going to be a throw level with the penalty area. And it goes and straight to Francis. Good hands, but Francis takes a tumble as he tries to find his way through a sea of red, and a yellow card is going to be given to Cox. Luke Cox, the player who sent Francis down. First yellow card of the match, and here comes another change for Redditch United, Daniel Jurovic. And another substitute warming up, that being Josh Clues. So a double substitution for Redditch United. It's the end of the afternoon for Dennis DG. Is that Luke Rowe leaving the field? In fact, no, it is Lewis Farmer. So Lewis Farmer and Dennis DG replaced by Josh Clues and Daniel Jurovic. Into the last 5 minutes here at the Trico Stadium. Redditch United 2, Coventry United 0 as it remains since the early going here. Redditch have really controlled this match. Coventry have given it everything they've got, but this competition relatively low on the priorities list for the Red and Greens. From the far side of the field. It's going to be Jurovic. Liam Cairns' header. And a free kick for a push on Joe Cairns. Coventry want to take it immediately. Of course, they've got to wait for the ball to stop first. A kick from Perkins straight onto the chest of Jurovic. Nodded up by Don Perkins. Over Thomas's head. Thomas gets there ahead of Rowe. Crowded out in the midfield. Here's Lewis Hudson. Sawyer able to beat Sweeney to it. Bowden beats Clues to the ball. And a free kick now given. I think it was Joe Blowers who gave it away. Referee trying to play advantage, but obviously felt that the advantage was gone. Rowe. Farron stumbles away from Sawyer, takes it into touch, throw in Coventry United. Well, they're going to start a comeback, it's got to start now. Here's Kane Thomas. Hudson intercepts the ball, destined for Bowden. Back with Boucher, the goalkeeper. Swings away from Kyle Carey. And Love, towering header. Cox. Hudson did his best to keep that in, and he has. Great work from Lewis Hudson, but again, Sweeney caught offside, kicks the ball away. And a free kick taken short by Francis to Harry Sawyer. Carey drops deep. Tricks his way past Clues. Harry Sawyer. We're going to race past his old teammate Lewis Hudson, his old wing-back partner, and a tangle of legs between Sawyer and Hudson will result in a free kick to Redditch. Just 2 minutes of normal time to go. I don't think there'll be an awful lot of added minutes. Probably 2 at most. We return to action on Saturday with the Build-Based FA Vars second round match at the Butts Park Arena. Make sure to get your tickets online. Just £7 for adults, £5 for concessions, including NHS workers and veterans, and just £1 for under 16s. Muzingwana hooks it upfield as far as Jurovic. Jurovic with nowhere to go, runs it into touch on the far side. Carey's going to take it himself. Receives it back from Liam Cairns. Over the line, he took the deflection off Kyle Carey on the way through. That's going to be a throw for Redditch in the same position. Daniel Jurovic with the throw for Redditch as time ticks away. Sweeney deflects out, I think Kosi Muzingwana. It was a decent showing at left back. First time in a couple of games after the arrival of Jarrell Hilton. Hilton did play as the central striker today, but was forced off with injury. Hopefully he'll be okay for the Westfields game. Also, with several players out. Koko will be suspended for that match due to a red card received at Oadby last Tuesday. Nasinkolo squares it, no one home. Probably would have been better off going for it himself as Hudson slides in on Bowden, and the referee saying that the foul just came off Bowden. I'm not entirely sure. I thought that was a straight tackle from Hudson. Return to Hudson by Day. Bowden cushions it down. Loses out to Kieran Day. Here's Ferren. Rowe. Acres of space on the right-hand side. Daniel Jurovic found. He's got Nasankolo with him. Tiago Nasankolo. There was a lunge in by Kosi Muzingwana. And another free kick for Redditch. Right on the far side of the field. Couple of yards down line from the penalty area. Tiago Nasankolo. Strong volley away by Don Perkins. Carey. Past Jurovic. Being held there. Referee gives the free kick. And the Redditch man could be the recipient of a yellow card here. It has finished in the match between San Marino and England. Final score, San Marino 0, England 10. And a yellow card for Daniel Jurovic, the Redditch substitute. And Kieran Day has been named the man of the match for Redditch. Strong performance from the number 4. Let us know who you think should be our Coventry United TV man of the match in the comment section and on Twitter at Cov United. And love. Thomas, we've had 90 seconds of added time here on CUTV as United look to leave something to remember them by on Redditch, and a free kick given as it went out for a goal kick, but challenge on Joe Blowers will result in a free kick and a chance for Coventry to take away Bloucher's clean sheet. Probably not in shooting range. Blowers is going to take responsibilities for it. Obviously with the match virtually won for Redditch, they're not going to push many men forward, Coventry United. Carey and Blowers standing over it. It is going to be Joe Blowers. Hooks it in at the far post. Oh, the offside flag raised as in Love forced the save from Bloucher. Rather sums up Coventry's night. There's 3 minutes of added time come to an end. 3 minutes on the clock after the 90 minutes. Play continues. Ferren's header straight back to Francis. That should be all she wrote. Referee with whistle in hand. Francis sends it high into the night sky. Hudson nods it back into United territory. Here's Brian and Love. Carey. Heavy first touch. Takes it to Clues. And now it's with Ferren, who got the scoring started. Neither Sweeney or Nasankolo could turn it home, but Tiago Nasankolo picks it up on the far side. Nasankolo, can he find Sweeney? Blocked by Joe Cairns on the ground. Heading into a 5th minute of added time. And the referee ends Coventry United's Birmingham Senior Cup run. United Old Boy Lewis Hudson and his Redditch United team progress with early goals from Ferren and Day. And from that moment, Redditch looked untouchable. Congratulations to Redditch, best of luck in the next round. But United will focus on the FA Vase and the United Counties League. Final score at Trico Stadium. Redditch United 2, Coventry United 0. And that'll do us here on CUTV. Thank you very much for joining us. We're on air once again here on the CUTV on Saturday with the match against Redditch. Very happy walking past us. Once again, congratulations to Redditch on the victory. We're back on Saturday for the game against Westfield at the Butts Park Arena in the Build-Based FA VAR second round. So we'll leave you now here on CUTV. Interviews and highlights to come tomorrow afternoon. But from everyone here at Trico Stadium, thanks for joining us and see you next time on Coventry United TV.